What weighs as much as a fully loaded Boeing 747, costs $6 million, and has tires bigger than a compact car? The BelAZ 75710 isn't just a truck. It's a monster that redefines what we thought possible in mining equipment. Imagine a massive vehicle that needs two 2,300 horsepower engines just to move. That's 4,600 horsepower, more than 15 Lamborghinis combined. And you thought your pickup truck was impressive. Stick around to discover why this Belarusian behemoth makes other heavy-duty trucks look like toys. Birth of a monster. What happens when engineers decide standard trucks aren't big enough? In 2013, a state-owned company in Belarus decided to answer that question. Meet BelAZ, a manufacturer that's been quietly building massive mining trucks since the 1960s in the small industrial town of Zadzina, about 30 miles from Minsk. While most people outside Eastern Europe have never heard of them, BelAZ was about to change that dramatically. The mining industry has settled into a comfortable pattern with standard ultra-class haulers carrying between 360 and 400 tons. Caterpillar, Komatsu, and Liebherr dominated the market with massive but familiar designs. But behind the scenes, BelAZ engineers were sketching plans for something unprecedented, a machine redefining what's possible in mining transportation. Creating something this enormous required more than just ambitious engineers. The Belarusian government invested $954 million to build a new production facility. This wasn't just a factory, but a specialized compound explicitly designed for assembling vehicles of unprecedented scale. The facility became a wonder of industrial architecture, with ceiling heights and door widths calculated to accommodate the birth of these mechanical monsters. The design challenge facing the BelAZ team wasn't just make it bigger, it was solving a fundamental physics problem. Tire technology had reached its limits. Conventional tires couldn't support more weight without catastrophically failing. The BelAZ engineers tackled this problem with a revolutionary approach: an 8-wheel configuration instead of the traditional 6-wheel used on other ultra-class haulers. This innovative design distributed the enormous weight across more contact points, allowing the truck to carry significantly heavier loads without exceeding tire stress limitations. Each set of 4 wheels operates on an independent axle system with its steering mechanism, giving this behemoth surprising maneuverability despite its titanic proportions. The BelAZ team wasn't just chasing a world record, but addressing a critical industry problem. Mining operations worldwide face constant pressure to move more material with fewer resources. Every additional ton per trip translates to millions in operational savings over a truck's lifetime. Every minute saved in transport cycles means increased production and profitability. When the first BelAZ 75710 rolled out of the factory in September 2013, it immediately captured 2 world records: heaviest dump truck and highest payload capacity. Mining industry executives from around the globe traveled to Belarus to witness this mechanical marvel in action. With a payload capacity of 450 tons, 50 tons more than its nearest competitor, the 75710 represented a genuine leap forward in mining efficiency. The timing wasn't accidental. With global commodity prices fluctuating wildly and mining companies desperately seeking efficiency improvements, the BelAZ positioned itself as an innovative solution provider. This wasn't just Belarus building a bigger truck. It was announcing its arrival as a serious player in ultra-heavy mining equipment, challenging traditional industry leaders who had dominated for decades. Engineering on steroids, the mechanical beast. While Belarus challenged industry leaders with their massive trucks, the mechanical heart of the BelAZ 75710 rewrites engineering rulebooks. This isn't just a bigger truck. It's a fundamentally different approach to heavy equipment design. When most vehicles rely on a single engine, BelAZ engineers installed 2 massive MTU DD16V 4000 V16 diesel engines working in concert, each generating 2,300 horsepower. Combined, they deliver an astonishing 4,600 horsepower. enough energy to power hundreds of homes simultaneously. But raw horsepower only tells part of the story. The engineering breakthrough lies in how this colossal power reaches the ground. Unlike conventional trucks that use mechanical transmissions, the 75710 employs a sophisticated Siemens MMT500 diesel-electric system. The diesel engines don't directly drive the wheels. Instead, they power generators that produce electricity for 4 independent electric motors. This configuration allows for precise power distribution across all 8 wheels, which is critical when moving the equivalent weight of a small apartment building. Imagine the torque required to move 360 tons of empty trucks, let alone with a full load. The BelAZ develops a mind-boggling 13,738 pound-feet of torque, 24 times what you'd find in a Formula One race car. This astronomical pulling power enables the truck to haul its massive loads up steep mine grades that would leave lesser vehicles helplessly spinning their wheels. Speaking of wheels, the 75710's tires are engineering marvels. Each of the 8 massive 5980R63 tubeless pneumatic tires stands taller than most NBA players, at over 6 foot 7 inches, and can individually support 102 tons of weight. That's like having each tire hold up 50 standard cars. And yes, replacing just one costs more than many luxury vehicles. Despite tipping the scales at 360 tons when empty, roughly 793,664 pounds, the weight of about 45 full-grown elephants, this behemoth can reach speeds of 40 miles per hour. That's nearly as fast as the speed limit in some residential areas, though you'd never want to encounter something this massive while walking your dog. Most impressively, when fully loaded with 450 tons of material, it can climb a 10% grade at 25 miles per hour and handle short stretches with gradients up to 18%. Imagine driving straight up a steep hill with the equivalent of a small office building strapped to your back. The price for all this earth-moving power? Fuel consumption would make even the most inefficient passenger vehicles seem eco-friendly by comparison. The truck guzzles approximately 1,300 liters of diesel per 100 kilometers, translating to about 0.18 miles per gallon. During a typical shift, it consumes more fuel than most cars use in several months. But in mega mining, efficiency isn't measured in miles per gallon. It's calculated in tons moved per dollar, where the 75710's massive capacity creates significant operational advantages. The world's ultimate workhorse. When efficiency is measured in tons moved per dollar, the real question becomes, what exactly is this mechanical titan moving and where? The first BelAZ 75710 wasn't delivered to a showroom or a trucking convention. It was sent straight to one of the harshest working environments on Earth, a Siberian coal mine, where it immediately had to prove its worth by moving mountains. Literally. The Kuzbas region in Siberia isn't just cold. It's a place where temperatures routinely plunge to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Coal deposits run deeper than skyscrapers are tall, and mining never stops. It was here that mining company SDS Ugal put the first 75710 to work in mid-October 2013, tackling waste rock removal in conditions that would cripple lesser machines. This wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a trial by fire, or rather by ice, for a truck designed to redefine mining economics. What makes the BelAZ's 450-ton payload truly revolutionary becomes apparent when you look at the competition. The Liebherr T282B, previously considered the heavyweight champion, maxes out at 363 tons. That's a difference of 87 tons per trip, the equivalent of carrying an additional heavy-duty mining truck on every haul. When you're moving millions of tons annually, that extra capacity transforms from a spec sheet boast into a game-changing operational advantage. Consider the math. If a mine needs to move 100,000 tons of material daily, the BelAZ requires 222 trips versus 275 trips for its closest competitor. That's 53 fewer trips every single day. meaning less fuel burned, fewer maintenance cycles, and reduced driver hours for the same output. These efficiency gains compound dramatically over the vehicle's lifespan, potentially saving mining operations millions in operational costs despite the truck's $6 million price tag. The truck's cavernous 164.9 cubic meter body is so vast you could fit an entire Olympic swimming pool. And that's just the rated capacity. When you account for the heaped capacity, the extra material that can safely pile up above the rim, the numbers get even more impressive. This volume allows mines to maximize their extraction rates, which is particularly crucial when operating in remote regions where every operational efficiency translates directly to the bottom line. While Russian mining operations were the first to embrace these behemoths, the industry has taken notice globally. Mining companies in Canada's harsh environments, Chile's mineral-rich landscapes, and South Africa's extensive operations have all expressed serious interest in adding the 75-710 to their fleets. Each of these regions presents unique challenges, from extreme cold to high altitudes to round-the-clock production schedules, that the BelAZ was specifically engineered to handle. The trade-offs become apparent when comparing the 75-710 to something like the Caterpillar 797F. The Cat offers better maneuverability and might navigate tighter mining pits more quickly. Still, in operations where raw material movement is the priority, particularly in vast open pits with well-designed haul roads, BelAZ's superior capacity creates an undeniable economic advantage. It's not about which truck is better in absolute terms, but which solution matches a specific mine's operational requirements. The BelAZ 75-710 stands at a fascinating crossroads of innovation and limitation as we look to the future. Industry experts point to tire technology as the actual ceiling for these mammoth machines. Without breakthrough achievements in what tires can support, we may have reached the practical limit of mining truck size. Yet, even at this potential peak, the impact is staggering. This Belarusian giant delivers 25% higher productivity than its closest competitors, fundamentally changing the economics of global resource extraction. That's the hidden story behind machines like this. They reshape entire industries while most of us never even see them working. Whether you're fascinated by engineering marvels or just appreciate seeing human ingenuity pushed to its limits, hit subscribe for more incredible machines that power our world from behind the scenes. And drop a comment. If you had one day to drive any massive vehicle on Earth, would you choose this Belarusian behemoth or something else entirely?